With breaking news, one of President Trump's cabinet members is reportedly on, quote, thin ice. 4 sources telling MS Now that the president is considering removing Kristi Noem as DHS Secretary as early as next month. Let's bring back MS Now White House reporter Jake Traylor. Jake, what more are you learning?
Yeah, Anna, that's right. Those words, very thin ice, that came from a White House official yesterday in reference to Kristi Noem, who's the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, also an incredibly adamant Trump supporter. Now, at the center of her ousting is the Deputy Chief of Staff to the White House, Stephen Miller, who focuses on policy and homeland security. The frustration from Miller to want to oust Kristi Noem is twofold, a White House official tells me. The first part of that is that there is really growing frustration around her inability to build out detention facilities. The big, beautiful bill that was passed earlier this year had $45 billion allocated to Noem to oversee the building out of these immigration enforcement facilities. Miller has grown increasingly frustrated that she has not done that in the efficient time that has been allocated. Secondly, there have been multiple governors, this White House official tells me, that have called Donald Trump personally to complain about Noem, saying that she is not being efficient with FEMA resources, disaster relief funds to these states. So really a twofold frustration that Miller personally has with Kristi Noem. And the White House official that I spoke with said that the decision is not actually fully finalized in terms of her ousting. So there is potential that she maybe sticks around. They caveated with that. But all the sources we spoke with said very likely at the beginning of the new year, Noem will be out, someone else will be in. Now, we reached out to the White House asking for a comment on this reporting we had, and they pointed us to a comment from White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson, who commented on a similar story from the Bulwark about Noem's ousting, where really their main complaint was that they were relying on former officials. I just note on it, in our reporting, we have 4 different sources, 2 of which are current. One is a White House official that I spoke with on the phone last night about this imminent news.
So, Jake, if she's out, is there any idea who would replace her?
Yeah, there's a short list, is what this White House official tells me. Again, the decision is not finalized yet, and there are active, ongoing conversations happening in the White House right now as we speak, this source said. But a couple names. One is the outgoing governor of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin. He is a top contender, a couple sources have told us. It's also worth noting Youngkin met with DHS and Customs and Border Protection officials recently, likely parsing out this decision as he is being contended for this role. Another name that was floated to us is Todd Lyons, who is the acting ICE director, and this White House official told me is a very natural fit. So that short list, as we speak, is being worked through, and likely at the top of the year, we very well could see a new director of the Department of Homeland Security.
Jake Traylor, thanks so much for that reporting.